Hello, my name is Chloe, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a video I wanted to do for a while, and that is reacting to my oldest book hauls. So this one I did not plan how to film. I knew there was a feature on StreamYard where you could screen record and show a video at the same time, but I didn't realise it was a premium feature. So we might not be doing this the way I want to do. What I'm going to do is go back to my first 3 book hauls on my channel. I believe there is a October, November and December of 2018 book hauls, and we're just going to see whether I've read the books that I said that I bought to read instantly. I'm going to have one more chance looking into a recording software that's easy to use, and then I'll get back to you and we'll see how we're going to do this. Okay, so annoyingly, I did work it out. I have a, what's it called, OBS recording software. So I just reacted to the whole of my October 2018 book haul, and it didn't work. I couldn't get my face to move in the video while my face was moving reacting to it. So I'm gonna go with screenshots. I hope that's okay, because I am not gonna do that all again. So we're on October book haul, which I posted on the 31st of October 2018, which feels like such a long time ago. It had a very cheesy intro, which I kind of would take back. It's better than my current one. But yeah, the first book I'm showing, I am gonna hate myself for these screenshots, but they need to happen, and I'm going to do them as I film so that it doesn't take me absolutely forever to edit. Oh, it's bad. So the first book we have here is Midnight Bites by Rachel Kane, which I actually have not read yet. So this is part of the Morganville series. It is a book at the end that's a collection of short stories of things that have happened during the whole books. I think, anyway, I thought it was a summary of everything, but I think it's short stories from the time that the books are running. So I was going to finish all of the books and then read this one. I haven't reread all of the books yet, so can't read it yet. Next we have Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough. So this is actually one that I had to go onto Goodreads and check if I'd read it, because I can't even remember owning this book. I am pretty sure I unhauled it not long after filming this video. So this is a adult mystery thriller kind of thing, I think. I don't remember what it's about. And I unhauled it because I wasn't interested in it anymore. So yeah, there's that one. Oh wow, we're keeping this screenshot for book number 3. I love how I've posed my face there. If I just sort of make fun of myself, it's okay, isn't it? So this next book is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, which I think I read at some point in 2019. I didn't love it and I unhauled it. So at least I read it. This is okay, ticking off the books here. I'm really pulling some great faces in this video. I'm sure I still do it now, but anyway, this is You Against Me by Jenny Downham. This is still one of my favourite books of all time to reread. It always gets 4 or 5 stars. It is about a boy and a girl, where the girl is accusing the boys, boy and a girl where the boy's sister is accusing the girl's brother of rape. It's a very complicated situation, and the book is actually a very good time, a very hard-hitting but a very, very good time, and I would definitely recommend it. Next we have a snazzy edition of City of Bones, which I think I read pretty much instantly after getting hold of this edition, so well done to myself there. City of Bones is still one of my favourite books of all time, and this edition is gorgeous, so I'm very glad that I owned that. Well, I do still own it, but I hauled that is what I mean. So now we have Forever by Judy Blume, which is a book I read as a very young teenager, and I remember thinking it was absolutely disgusting because it's all about a girl losing her virginity, basically. I reread it potentially in 2018 and I didn't like it, so I unhauled it, and it actually ruined childhood memories for me. So we then have one I actually got to relatively recently, maybe in the second half of last year, and that is Tom's Midnight Garden by Philippa Pierce. This is a children's classic about a garden that appears when the grandfather clock ticks 13. It's fine. I don't have anything major to say about it. I read it, thought Brittany would enjoy it, so I have annotated it ready to give to her when I can. The next one I have here is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This is a YA contemporary. It was a perfectly fine time. I think I gave it 3.5 stars, and I shipped it off to Emily at Emily Kathleen Reads because I thought she would also enjoy it. It's just a very easy time about a girl who falls in love with the bad guy next door. That's pretty much it. We have another rainbow row in this haul. This one being Attachments, which controversially I read and I absolutely loved. So I actually unhauled this edition because I hated it. I don't think I'll be purchasing another, but I did really enjoy that book. Next we have Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. I can never ever say it. This I only read 2 months ago now. I read it in December 2020 and it made my favourite books of 2020 list. So it took me a while to get to it, but when I did, I fell in love with it. Next, I have a book that I pretty much unhauled immediately, and that is, well, no, actually, I held on to it for way too long. That is a lie. It's The Dazzling Heights by Catherine McGee, which is the second book in the 1000th Floor series, and I thought it was the first one, so I purchased it. And then I remember purchasing The 1000th Floor and then also unhauling that one. I was just never, ever motivated to read it, so it went. And the next one, similar situation, I got It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han, which is part of the Summer I Turned Pretty series. I will probably be seeing the rest of that series later on in these hauls, but I did read those and I hated them, so I read it though. The purpose of this video is to find these books that I still have on my shelves that I haven't read yet, and if I haven't read them yet, to make them more of a priority because I've had them for far too long. This next one is another one that's absolutely fine. It's Me Before You by Jojo Moyes, which I read in the summer of 2019, I think. I think I read it while I was on holiday in Spain, and really enjoyed it. I think it was a 5-star or a 4.5 star. It was really, really good. But I did unhaul it after I read it. I didn't think I was going to reread it. Here's the first one that I haven't read and I don't have a reason for. That is Landline by Rainbow Rowell. I do still own it. I have put it on my 21 books to read in 2021, so it needs to be read this year, or I will potentially just have to get rid because I can't be keeping books for this long. Now we have Half Bad and Half Wild by Sally Green, I feel her name is. I had these for far too long and I took them off my shelves at some point in 2019, maybe just before I moved back in here because I didn't have room for them and I hadn't got to them yet. So I guess that's a good thing. Oh, a controversial opinion for everybody. Now we have The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, which I read and didn't love. I think I gave it 3 stars. Like, it was fine, but I didn't love it. I'm not a massive fan of romances that happen in one day. Maybe that's just me because I know that I'd like have to stew on it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and how my brain works, but yeah, I can never quite get behind those. And the last book for this haul is Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan, which I have read. I must have read it not too long after filming this video, and I still have it somewhere. It's hidden somewhere in the shelves. I'm going to reread it relatively soon to see whether I need to keep it and not get rid, but I was never completely blown away by that story, but I still have it. Okay, so next up we have my November book haul, which I posted. It's only 7 minutes long. Wow, imagine me doing a short video now. I posted it on the 12th of December 2018. The lighting is dreadful, absolutely dreadful. This is painful to look at. I kind of don't want to put pictures in for this one, and this was even worse than the one before. I'm just chilling on a sofa. I think I've just washed my hair. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, here is The 1000th Floor making an appearance that I bought so that I could read The Dazzling Heights, and then I never ended up reading any of them. Now, as I said, we have The Summer I Turned Pretty making an appearance. So I bought that so I could read the one I already bought, and as I said, I got rid. Like, I understand now that my videos aren't very refined, but Chloe, why did we put this on the internet? Next, actually, we have one that I completely forgot about. I put it on my 20 books to read in 2020 and even forgot it was on there, and that is Shatter Me by Tahara Mafi. I still want to read it. I have the whole series. Well, I have the first 4. So I do want to read it. It just hasn't happened, and I have no excuses. Next we have Frostbite by Rochelle Mead, which is in the Vampire Academy series. I don't know off the top of my head which one that is, but I have now read the entirety of the Vampire Academy series. So another one we can tick off the list. Saying that my setup isn't great, I'm now going to adjust the camera because why was I at the bottom of the screen? I'm not refilming that whole thing, but why was I not like this from the start? I don't know. Okay, let's find the next book. Okay, so I now have the first and fourth book in the Hush Hush series by Becca Fitzpatrick. Very weird that I just have those two, but we're rolling with it. There must have been a reason. So I did read the whole of the Hush Hush series. I love Hush Hush. I think the next one's Crescendo, which I really like. I hated the final book is where I'm going with that. The final book ruined my day when I read it. I then have an ARC copy of The Truth and Lies of Ella Black, which I only just got round to, and it made my worst books of 2020. So maybe there is a reason sometimes to why I put these books off. I'm then talking about some books that I immediately unhauled, so there really isn't a point of me showing them here because I say there that I've unhauled them, but we'll just find the next one. So now I have One Christmas Kiss in Notting Hill by, I feel like it was Mandy Baggett or something like that. And I bought it for 'Tis the Season-a-thon that year. I read it straight away. It was fine, but I didn't want to keep a Christmas romance that I wasn't going to reread. So I got rid pretty much instantly. I then have The Book Ninja by Ali Berg. This is one I think, again, I read in Spain in 2019 when I was on holiday. So do you know what? We are doing okay for books that I actually read. We're only 4 minutes into this video, but I feel like we're near the end now. Then we have The Creeper Man by Dawn Kurtagich, which I still can't pronounce. Again, I took this book onto that holiday in Spain. I hated it. I think I gave it 1 star. I really was not a fan. I then have a book called Dark Ride by Carolyn Green, which I got in a mega unboxing I did of nearly 100 books, which I've now privated from my channel because it was interesting. It was worse than the quality of this video, so I have removed it. But Dark Ride I did read. It was very short. It was also awful. I think I gave it 2 stars. Then we have Falling Through Clouds by Anna Chilvers, which I think I read this in April, it would have been 2019, for a readathon that used to run in April. So it was, again, I think it was pretty bad. I think it was a 2 star. All this is showing me is that my picking books I know I'll like has definitely improved since doing these hauls. So this one here is Pure Juliet by Stella Gibbons, which I held on to for ages. I took it through the next house move and I got rid of it before coming back here because I was never going to read it. I just had to be honest with myself. So those are all the books from that video, and let's move on to my final haul. So this is my December book haul and wrap up, posted on the 2nd of January 2019. Might take me a second to get to things if I'm doing a wrap up at the same time. Let's just hope I do the haul first and we can react to that. Okay, so we start off with a special edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, so I will skip over that, but obviously it has been read. Then I had a gift which was Forbidden by Tabitha Suzama. One of my favourite weird books. This is an incest relationship that screws with your head. Would not recommend it to the faint-hearted, but it's very, very well written in my opinion, so that you read it and your brain gets very, very confused. It's well written. Next we have the leatherbound edition of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Other Stories by Lewis Carroll, which I read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass. I'm a bit daunted by the rest of the book, and it's gorgeous, and my brain is having decisions on whether I need to unhaul this, but we will see, because that also ties into the next book, which is the leatherbound edition of The Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum, which I read the first 3 books. I am going to finish it, but I don't know whether I need to keep these. They are absolutely gorgeous, but I'm not going to reread them, so I don't know. Then we have 4 books, which I actually only still own 1 of these in this edition. So my mom purchased the whole of the ACOTAR series for me that year for Christmas. and I have unhauled my paperbacks of ACOTAR, ACOMAF and ACOWAR because the dust jacket's off right now because I'm reading it, but I was lucky enough to get the hardback editions. So I still have the little one, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and from that picture. But yeah, I am currently making my way through ACOWAR and I've not read A Court of Frost and Starlight. But I'm going to before I get my hands on A Court of Silver Flames, which should be arriving in a couple of days. So I then have Let It Snow, which is a collection of 3 short stories by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. I read this maybe not last Christmas, the Christmas before, so Christmas 2019. And I wasn't a massive fan. I unhauled it. I then have a book I actually forgot I owned at any point, and that is The Last Samsara by Kristen Cicerelli. It wasn't my thing. I saw Jade from JD Ray Reads read it and I thought I would like it just because she liked it. And then I worked out that's not how book tastes work. So I unhauled it. Here's another one I unhauled, and that is Before Her Eyes by Jack Jordan. I don't know why I bought this. I think it was in like a 3 for £5 offer, and I got rid of it before reading it because I was never going to read it. Same situation here. There's a book called I Know You by Annabelle Cantaria, which I got on a deal and I knew I was never gonna read it, so I got rid of it. Oh, now we have Infinite Days by Rebecca Maisel. I'm actually gonna check Goodreads right now because I don't remember whether I read this. Is that even worse than just unhauling them? Like, I don't remember if I've read it. Yeah, so it's Infinite Days, Vampire Queen #1 by Rebecca Maisel. According to Goodreads, I didn't read it. Okay, no love lost there. And that's it, we're on to the wrap up. So I'm actually really impressed with myself. I've done very well here. I have pretty much read all of the books, and I've unhauled them if I was never interested. So that has shown that I'm much better at picking my reading taste now. And I'm more responsible about DNFing maybe, or just getting rid if I'm not going to read. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that I couldn't do the whole reaction thing. That's what I really wanted to do, but unfortunately I did not have the tech set up. But 2021 YouTube Chloe is going to try so much harder to get quality videos out to you, so I'm sorry, I tried. It just didn't work today. But on that note, let me know if you did enjoy this, and I will try and keep doing it for like rolling book hauls, so I could now go back to January, February and March of 2019 and see if I've read the books from those book hauls, but I will not do that unless you guys tell me to. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.